Get ready to meet the next generation of female changemakers who are taking the lead to carve the shining future that they want to see. Gold Award Girl Scouts identify problems in their community and beyond, then take action to implement sustainable solutions. Get ready to meet some of those changemakers and the supporters who help them make the world a better place. This is the Make the World a Better Place podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Make the World a Better Place podcast. My name is Shanice Harris, your host, and I'm here with Dr. Wendy Scott, founder of Tidewater Collegiate Academy in Virginia Beach. TCA is a wonderful program partner with Girl Scouts, and their team helps girls earn badges over all kinds of STEM topics. Dr. Scott is a volunteer with Girl Scouts, and she's here to share a bit about her experience as a Girl Scout and how those skills have propelled her life to be the way she envisioned it. So without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Wendy Scott. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to roll into a bit about your Girl Scout experience. If you could share with us about your time as a Girl Scout, what were some of those favorite memories?
Yeah, so I joined when I was a brownie, so I was about 8, and that was back in the day before there were other options, so I started as young as I could, and then I've been a Girl Scout ever since and grew up in Girl Scouting and spent lots and lots of time in Girl Scout camp and at Camp Skimino, and when I was in college, I was a troop leader, helped assist some troops, and I've been a trainer, and the only thing I wanted when I graduated college was a lifetime membership for Girl Scouts, which my parents thought was kind of odd for a college graduate, but I was really excited. And so I'm happy to say I'm a lifetime member and really excited to be able to continue to partner with Girl Scouts now as a professional.
Fabulous. So you absolutely know all the ropes of Girl Scouts, from being a Girl Scout to an outdoor volunteer, which it can be a challenge, but that's where the memories are made. And as a lifetime member, we know you'll be with us forever. That's so exciting to have so many talented Girl Scouts stay involved through adulthood. So part of being a Girl Scout is doing service projects and earning these highest awards. And I understand you went on to earn your Girl Scout Gold Award. Can you tell me a bit about that process and how'd you choose the topic you went on to do a project on?
Yeah. So when I was a Girl Scout, one of the first things was to get your silver award. Now you have to get a bronze award, but that again was not a part of our world. So for my silver award, I had the opportunity of organizing a camping trip for a group of junior Girl Scouts, and we went to Scottsville in Virginia, and we went tubing, and we went canoeing, and we spent the night, and so we had to prepare them for that and get everything organized and really help lead them in their leadership of launching that experience. And so then as I made the progress towards my gold award, I knew for sure that I wanted to be involved in doing something that directly impacted youth and students, and so with that we started brainstorming like what were things that were really needed in our community. And so something that was near and dear to my heart, especially after some experiences I had as a camp counselor at Camp Skimino, was looking to work with students that are from traditionally marginalized backgrounds. So as a counselor at Camp Skimino, I had the opportunity to work with lots of different kinds of kids that come from different backgrounds. And so I worked with a lot of youth from backgrounds outside of something that I was more familiar with or outside of my normal. And so started brainstorming. My mom was my troop leader, so started brainstorming like what are things that we could do to really support girls in under-resourced areas. And so from that, we decided, created a program that lasted about 3 months. And so we met with a group of girls at a community center in Hampton, and we met about once a week, and we covered all types of topics from like, like just how to be your best self, how to get a job, how to take care of yourself, what to do if you're in a challenging situation, and how to be a good friend, and how to make smart choices, and how to avoid risky decisions, or making good choices in a risky decision when a risky decision has to be made. And then the culminating project at the end, like, so the girls, we met every week. And then at the end of the program, we organized a 1 day shadow experience. So we found out what the girls were like interested in doing. So like in their life as a career. And then we found area businesses that were willing to let that girl stay with them for the day, all over the 757 area. And so we picked all the kids up, and then we went and like delivered them all over the city, to different locations, from like lawyers' offices to an interior design place to a restaurant where you could learn to be a chef. And they spent all day there. And then at the end, we gathered together at the Norfolk Waterside and hung out in the food court and kind of debriefed the experience and talked about what everybody had learned and kind of celebrated the program.
That's really powerful. And it seems like pretty early on you identified that our differences are an area for opportunity. So your project didn't really tailor to one specific area of interest, but you were able to help girls get their arm and leg into a field they may not have otherwise been able to experience until well into, a later academic career or something like that. That is very cool. I love to hear about projects like that where girls take something that they're passionate about and they figure out how to make the world around them a better place because they identified a challenge and realized they could take action even in high school as a Girl Scout. That's really powerful. So that leads me to ask you, what do you love most about Girl Scouting, between your experiences as a Girl Scout earning the Gold Award to now as a lifetime member who, really full circle moment, you're still helping Girl Scouts uh, pursue their interests. What's been the best part for you?
Um, I think best is hard to define because I would say that there's lots of best. But I think, as I reflect as an adult, I think what's most powerful for me is the empowerment that I was able to experience as a girl that now is so important to me, as an adult. So, with my students at school, people hear me say often, like, it's unacceptable to just sit and be grumpy about something. Like, you need to take action and do something about it. So if you're bored, you have a question, you're disgruntled about something going on, you don't like something, that just to sit and complain is not okay. That people should, and or I encourage my students to figure out what they can do to be a part of the solution, and work really hard to empower the students at TCA to be solutionaries instead of just complainers. And I think that that is something that was a part of my Girl Scout life, is we were empowered to do things. When you see a problem, then what are you going to do to fix it? And how are you going to like live into that? And, from like raising money to go on a trip, that we really wanted to go to, that other people would have been like, no, it's too much money, you can't go. But we were like, we can do it. We can do it. And we did. Something that is going to like give me goosebumps, that's so fun, as I was coming into this building, I got to be a part of the ribbon cutting ceremony for A Place for Girls. And it was very much a part of my life that we were raising money to build a place for girls. And I got to work with Ms. Hayes a lot, and I was a board member when Ms. Hayes was the director, and just like watching this vision for A Place for Girls go from land full, just emptiness, to now this place that is full of girls 24/7 all the time. That is such a cool message, right? And to be a girl watching somebody have this vision and then pour into it and then make it happen and then continue to grow. I think that is the most powerful message that is now just a part of my DNA about like living into our community and doing everything we can to make this community the best place that it can be for ourselves and our families and our world. And um, that if you have this vision or you have this idea, that it can actually happen. And all the naysayers in the world that are like, oh, it's too hard, it's too much money, you can't do this, you can't do that. I have just like testimony after testimony after testimony as a Girl Scout of where there really is no limit to the possibilities of what we can do, especially when we come together as a group. And so probably the part B of that in terms of being empowered is the connectivity of Girl Scouts and feeling a sense of belongingness and just commitment to a mission that is transformative.
That's wonderful. And volunteers like you are the reason why we're able to foster this environment where girls can plant their seeds and we help them water them despite their background or their personal interests. It's really a place for all girls to grow. And we love that we have adults involved with the program who know the ropes firsthand from being a girl and have gotten to see Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast continue to thrive, and we really want to be a place for all girls, and I love to hear that. So one other thing I would have to ask to circle back to your Gold Award, if you had advice for a girl who was thinking about getting started or isn't sure how to pick a topic, what would you say to her, a girl thinking about earning the Gold Award?
I would say to a girl earning the Gold Award that whatever idea you have, like the idea is planted in you for a reason. And so don't let anything stop you from pursuing that idea. And so if there's something just kind of like, nudging you or just kind of percolating in your brain, in your heart, in your gut, that whatever that is, you should do it. And don't let any, kind of doubt stop you from that. I love, my mom as my troop leader. I'm so grateful for her as my mom and as my troop leader, obviously, because she never said no. She just said how. No, we can't do that. It's too hard. It's too far. Blah blah blah. She said, okay, how are we going to do it? And obviously, someday some ideas trickled out because we couldn't get the how, right? But we always were given the opportunity. So for someone that is looking to pursue it, I would just encourage them to really consider what is already on their mind, on their heart, in their gut, and just to go for it and to pull the resources they need to make that happen. And for the young person that's trying to decide what should I do, I think just really spending some time reflecting on what they love and what are the ideas that are already in them, because I believe young people already have these like beautiful ideas that are inside of them. It's just there's like doubt and fear that kind of keeps people from really thinking about how to activate those things. So I'm sure that everybody has a great idea planted inside of them. They just need to do it.
I think that that's wonderful advice, to find something you're passionate about, go with your gut, and when you have that passion, it'll make it more viable to keep that project going. It's a great undertaking, but how wonderful of an accomplishment. Very exciting. Well, it was so fabulous to have this conversation and learn more about your Gold Award and the wonderful things you're up to today. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Scott, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks so much for joining us. For more episodes like these, visit our website at www.gsccc.org